Hi guys, it's Dr. Mara Weinstein here. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and I'm actually doing something that doesn't involve dermatology at all this week. I'm in sunny Orlando, Florida at the Hilton Buena Vista in Disney Springs, and I'm actually here for my son who is competing in a program called Passport to Discovery. And so what this is a week-long competition involving modeling, runway, TV commercial, acting, monologue, swimsuit, all of these different things. And he's going to be a part of it. He's 9 and he's super, super excited. And so I want to take you through this week with us. I think it'll be really fun and also let you in on a little bit of mom life. I'm here with my 2 boys. One is 9 and one is 6, and it is not easy, but we're going to do it.
So today we will be going to Orlando. Right now we're on the plane. This is Mom. That's Sebastian. Can I say hi?
Please take the time to go in that back pocket.
Mommy's son trip to Orlando.
Grab your wallet, grab your eyeglasses.
Hi guys, so we just got to Disney Springs. We're at the Hilton Buena Vista Palace, and we are here for Sebastian's Passport to Discovery competition, where he's going to be doing
Runway, TV commercial, and
photo shoot. All right, so this is just the beginning of our journey. We'll try to get a little bit along the way, and hopefully you can follow along. So the big question you might be thinking is why? Why are we here? Why is your son participating in this program? So let's rewind way back when, in the 1990s sometime, when I was 9 years old. This is a really nostalgic moment for me. If you remember, when I was 9, I lived on Guam with my parents and my 2 brothers. And on Guam, I was part of a program called John Rubber Powers, which was also a modeling, acting, TV commercial program. Now, we're on a small island in the Pacific Ocean, so this program was very small. However, the director of the program had contacts all over the world, and she was motivated and to get us experience and potentially get callbacks and hooked up with managers and agents. And so that's exactly what we did. So when I was 9, I went to New York City for the very first time for a competition called the Modeling Association of America International. So it's the MAAI. I'm not sure if it still exists, but it was a once in a lifetime experience for me. I went just with my mom, and my dad and my brothers were super supportive. At that time, we stayed at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, which is a huge deal to a 9-year-old island girl from Guam. I remember my mom also competed, which was super special because she was in the adult category and I was with the kids. I did the runway competition, I did swimsuit, I did TV commercial, and I also did a tap dance for my talent. And we came home with more medals than you could even imagine that would fit in our luggage, so we had to ship them. And we also got a ton of callback, which means that talent agencies that are interested in you sort of tag you, call you back, say, hey, let's connect after this convention, and we can see if we can set you up with different projects, modeling projects, acting projects, etc. Now, as a 9-year-old from Guam, it was really difficult for us to commit to any of that after the callbacks. So we came home from the competition, bags full of medals. We did such a great job as a little group from Guam. And how I used that training and experience for me was by doing different commercials and print ads locally. I also did some pageants and fashion shows locally, which gave me a tremendous amount of experience, not only learning how to present yourself with poise and professionalism, but also how to speak in front of a camera, to speak on stage, to speak on the podium, things that I do now, even as a board-certified dermatologist. I learned all of those little nuggets from when I was a 9-year-old competing in similar events like this. And so I can't thank my mom enough for giving me that opportunity. It sounds crazy. I know people think child models, like that's a whole nother world, or actors and actresses grow up to be messed up in the head or whatever it is. You know, the experience is different for everyone, but I really channeled that information and confidence building that I learned through these modeling programs and conventions to help me in my career today. And that's why I love social media and I love making these videos and educating others. I'm hoping that I can help you find your little nuggets and passion projects along the way. So now fast forward many, many years later, I'm here in Orlando with my son who's 9. This all started because he auditioned for a program called Barbizon. Barbizon is very similar to John Robert Powers. It's a modeling and acting program. It's basically a development program for children and young adolescents, teaching them about self-care, poise, confidence, independence. There was a module in one of the education programs on skincare, which I love to see because he came back all excited to talk to me about skincare, knowing that I would absolutely love that conversation with a 9-year-old boy. They also taught him how to use his personality to express himself and to speak up and to be creative and create his own TV commercial, really dig deep and figure out what brings him joy. And I'm seeing all these things come to fruition during this trip, and it's just so rewarding as a mom. How did that feel?
Good.
Feel good about it?
Yeah.
How do you think you did?
Great.
Great.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did hear you. Some challenges as a boy mom. So boys don't always want to open up. They don't always want to practice with you. Now, I said I'm here alone. We had a family emergency, so I ended up coming alone with my 2 boys, and it's been great, but also very challenging as a mom. I'm sure the moms who are listening here can relate. My younger son, who's 6, is not involved, and so he's sort of tagging along, and he's been a real trooper. So I'm just grateful to have this opportunity with my boys and hoping that you'll stick along with me and see what comes of it. So today, Sebastian went to his TV commercial prep and his runway competition prep, and we are going to get ready for his runway competition, which is happening in just under 30 minutes. And so I'll try to get some footage of that. Some things that we had to prep for before this, well, obviously his skincare routine. I just had to make sure he washed and moisturized his face. We did a lot of sunscreen. He was at a sleepaway camp before this, and so I was very adamant that he did not come back burned, knowing that we would have this competition, because I think he's really done a good job taking care of his skin, but it's easy for boys to forget to put their sunscreen on. So he came back to camp. He looked great. He just had a really bad heat rash on his belly, which we had to quickly fix before we came to Orlando. We made sure his nails were clean. We fitted all of his outfits. He actually picked his runway outfit. It's really cute. I'll show you. I can't wait for you to see it. And actually he has a pretty good sense of style. I am no longer needed in the style department except to spend the money to order the products. So here I am, boy mom. Here's my badge. Oh, there's one of them. And our bracelets. Hey, bud.
What is it?
Do you want to tell our viewers where we are? Here, sit here.
Yes. Hi guys, my name is Santi, and today I'm at Orlando.
What are you going to do today?
I will go to the pool and use my underwater scooter
Okay. And what are you here for?
to see Sebastian's performance.
Are you proud of your brother?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to do this one day?
No,
Why not?
I don't feel like doing it.
Okay. All right, Santi. Thank you.
Bye.
Say
Bye.
bye. Well, we'll be back. Hi guys, back to you from sunny Orlando, where it's very hot, but we're here for my son's Passport to Discovery acting and modeling competition. So in the days that have passed, oh my gosh, it's been a whirlwind. I first hopped on when we got here to sort of explain why we're here. But since we've been here, he has done his runway competition walk. He has done his TV commercial. We've gotten a lot of coaching and practice, and we're just so grateful to the Barbizon and Passport to Discovery team for helping support my son along the way. And so he actually got cast to be in the finale fashion show, which you're going to see tonight, and we'll have footage to add to this video later. But he got cast in that, and it's going to be amazing. We are so excited to be working with Mr. Daniel Jackson, and he's been choreographing the fashion show, and that's where Sebastian is now. He's actually been practicing for this fashion show for a cumulative time of about 12 hours over the course of the last few days. So all of our time has really been spent in meaningful ways. And then we did get to go to Gatorland one afternoon, which the boys absolutely loved. It was so fun. I've never seen that many alligators and crocodiles in my life, and I'm all set. I don't think I want to go back there, but they had so much fun. So I highly recommend if you have little boys or just kids who love seeing animals. They had macaws, they had flamingos, they had a whole assortment of animals, and it was just such a good time. And then we also did a little evening at the Magic Kingdom where we got on a handful of rides. They had a blast. So I think it's important as a mom, as a busy working mom of 3 children, it's very important to show them and teach them balance between work and play. So you work hard, play hard. I'm a firm believer in that. I don't think there's such thing as work-life balance per se. I think everything sort of comes in waves. As long as you prioritize yourself and your health first and foremost, then you can be the best mom out there, the best wife, the best friend to everyone else. But if you start deprioritizing yourself and your health, your sleep, your eating, all of that your skincare routine, then it's going to be really hard to be able to give to others. So first and foremost, give back to yourself so that you can be there for everyone else and give them your fullest. I also can't say I did any of this alone. Unfortunately, my husband couldn't be with me here on the trip, but I've sought out help from some cousins and family in the area, and I'm just so grateful to have those support systems. So don't feel like you're ever alone. Pull support systems along when you can. It's worth it, again, for your sanity and also for the kids. It's really what's best for the kids. And if they see a lot of support and able to connect with family along the way in different places, if that's possible, it's really meaningful for them, and they'll never forget those wonderful moments that they've spent with family in hotels in Orlando, for example. So at this moment, my son is practicing his final rehearsal for the fashion show for this evening before the award ceremony. And then this morning, we made our rounds in a large ballroom with over 100 agents, casting directors, managers, and we got a handful of callbacks and were able to go to those callbacks and introduce ourselves, give them our contact sheet, and he was able to tell them a little bit about what his hopes and dreams were for the future. And I learned something. Somebody asked what he really loved to do, and he said art. And so again, I think one pointer as a mom is to really listen to your kid. I could have all these ideas in mind of what I think he should do and what I think he's good at, but when a total stranger asked him what he really loved, he said art. And I wouldn't have guessed that because he's an athlete, he plays sports, he does a few plays here and there, but I've never heard him focus on art. And so I'm going to take that back with me home and see if he's interested in any art classes or any extracurriculars that involve art and really nourish that passion of his. This will probably be the last time I'm able to hop on before we leave, but thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope to report all the great results from this event. I know it's a little off from my normal theme of skincare and life as a dermatologist, but I also think it's important to be able to share a little bit of the behind the scenes of what life as a working mom looks like. And if I can help any other mom out there, if I helped one mom out there, then I am so happy to be here and do this for you. Also, if you have any questions about the Barbizon experience or Passport to Discovery, I'm happy to answer questions. So drop those in the comments below, and I will definitely get you as much information as I can because this has been a journey. I've been in it before, but that was many, many years ago, and boy, have things changed. So really happy to hop on and help answer any questions in that realm. Thanks so much for tuning in.